to Extravaganza 2011. Woo! We are so excited for this training today. Amber and I have had many conversations about all the different things that go on in our clubs and our people's clubs. And are you guys ready to learn how to take your clubs to the next level? We have an incredible afternoon planned for you. You are going to hear from so many people this afternoon on what they're doing to generate business and to take new customers, help them become long-term club members, long-term customers, distributors, all the way up the marketing plan. How's that sound?
Yeah, you guys, we have different examples of all different ways that people bring members into the Nutrition Club. You're going to see different levels of the marketing plan up here. You're going to see 3 fantastic panels.
Yes.
Okay, so we really want to try and provide as much information to you about what's really going on in the marketplace right now with nutrition clubs and daily consumption, and have an opportunity to get those people here on stage really to give you guys the best information.
And here's a club behind us. You're going to see different pictures of clubs today. There's really no right or wrong, well, there's wrong ways, but there's really there's not a perfect way to do a club. You can make your club your very own. These will be just some ideas that you can do with your clubs. So let's get started. Okay. Maybe. There, oh. We're way down the line. Let's go back. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, we need that up on the screen, please.
There we go.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so these are the 7 steps to build your business with nutrition clubs that we're really going to cover today. So number 1, the purpose of a nutrition club. And we're really going to talk, you guys are going to get some good information today about what is the desired outcome of owning and operating a nutrition club.
Exactly, and there's actually a success formula for nutrition clubs, and we wanted to make sure that you knew exactly what that success formula looked like so you can take your club to the next level.
We're also going to cover rules and regulations! You guys, these really are the best, though. They really are to protect us, protect the golden goose, and make sure that we can really keep this model safe for the future. Okay, so we're going to have a panel up here, and we're going to really give you guys an opportunity to see some live examples and some stories of the rules and regulations that are really intended to keep this safe and protected.
How many people in the audience would like to know how to generate prospects and business for themselves? That's one of the things that we're going to be covering in a big way today. Your notes are going to have a whole lot of information on everything that you can do to bring prospects, not only into your club, but if you're working out of your home, if you're working out of an office, all those areas are going to be, we're going to be talking about today for you.
Okay, the building members portion. Sometimes in the nutrition club concept, we speak the language, right, of how many daily memberships, right, or how many services out of your nutrition club. And you hear crazy numbers sometimes. There's some clubs that are doing 10, 20, and crazy numbers every day. So would it be of value to you if we had a panel of people up here that taught you exactly how to increase and build memberships out of your club? Yes, perfect.
And how many people want to build a big royalty check? We're going to be talking about how you duplicate with clubs, how you duplicate within your organization so you can build your royalty checks. How many people want to be Pres Team chairmen and founders in the room? I got to tell you, sitting down in your chairs is not going to get you to Pres Team chairmen and founders. So how many people want to be Pres Team chairmen and founders? All right.
Okay, so success by design. Mary mentioned that there are many ways that are the successful ways to do nutrition clubs. And again, the last panel we bring up, we'll show you some examples of that. So if we can go to the next slide. Okay, the purpose of nutrition clubs. Okay, so if you're brand new in the room and you haven't been to a nutrition club training, take really good notes, write this down. Okay, the purpose of a nutrition club, it's pretty simple. It's called the 3 R's, right, Mary?
Yes.
Retailing, recruiting, and retention. Okay, so retail profits is no different than the last 31 years in Herbalife. Right, every methodology that Herbalife has done in the last 31 plus years has really focused on the 3 R's, retailing, recruiting, and retention. And now we just have a building, right? And the building is called a nutrition club. Many of you guys have been doing a version of this, have you not? Many of you for years called an office. So, but the sole purpose of the building is really to increase retail profits, cash in the pocket. Okay, increase sponsoring and distributorships, which increase royalties. Okay, and then a place that increases retention. Some of you guys heard from Des Walsh about the retention numbers, and the Nutrition Club and the daily consumption and the office model is such a great way to increase retention of distributorships.
Absolutely. Let's talk about how nutrition clubs came into being, because it's really important, and we all owe a great deal of gratitude for their vision on what they could do to help their customers. And this is Enrique and Chela Varela. Yes. You know, nutrition clubs actually started with their desire to help and service their customers. Where they lived in Mexico, they couldn't always communicate easily with their customers. So they were sitting in their home brainstorming, what can we do to bring our customers into us maybe, since we can't seem to get out to all of them to see how they were doing. And they actually came up with what became the Nutrition Club concept. This concept today has gone all around the world. And really it came from the very basis of Mark Hughes and what he's taught us from the very beginning. Care more about your customers' success than the money that you earn from your customers. And when you do that, it's incredible what monies will come into you because you're helping other people. So nutrition clubs have grown all around the world. And basically we just have a depiction here of all the different regions in the world that have nutrition clubs today, but we have something in the center for a reason. You know what? The clubs, they look different. They have different makeup. They look different physically within the club. Maybe people are doing some different daily methods of operation as they're generating people into their club. They have different products, right? We all have somewhat similar products, but different names, different things that products do. That doesn't matter. The Nutrition Club model works everywhere around the world because it's based on talking to people, using the products, wearing the button or the Herbalife brand, and talking to people. And what does talking to people mean? It means that 40 presentations a month, right? To get you your 10 distributors, to get you your 2 supervisors. It's those 40 presentations to customers. And really, you get way more than 10 customers when you do 40 presentations, right? So the numbers on the customer side are even bigger than that. So that's really important that we understand it's all about retailing, it's about recruiting, it's about retaining your people, no matter where you do clubs in the world. I have clubs all over the world in my organization, and isn't it interesting? It all comes down to the using, the wearing, and the talking for their success. And that's what we want to share with you today, even more about that.
Okay, so home or retail location nutrition clubs as a meeting space. Okay, so before nutrition clubs, right, you were meeting in your home. Maybe you're meeting in a coffee shop. Many of you are meeting in an office, but that's what it is. It's a home or a retail location where you as distributors meet customers. Okay, it's really that simple. It's where you as a distributor meet customers. It happens to be called a building called a nutrition club. There are so many other things and types of businesses that are conducted in nutrition clubs. You're going to hear so many different examples throughout the course of the afternoon. So many examples that you have been doing for years, and really what we've done is we've taken all of those things and now we do them out of a building called a nutrition club. But just remember, it is a meeting space for you as distributors to meet your potential customers or your customers. That's really what it is, Mayor.
Exactly, and I love that, seeing that all day long, right? Customers coming in and they've got their wow shakes. You guys have wow shakes in your clubs, right? Absolutely, that's how we tested what shakes we wanted. When we had our neighbors come, we had different people come, and unless they tasted it and said, wow, we don't serve it, okay? So it's gotta be a wow shake. So we've got the customers coming in, we've got distributors, people coming in to look at our business opportunity, we've got distributors being trained. There's so much happening within the club, there's so much activity, excitement, of course the music's going like crazy. It's just an awesome place to be.
Oh, you guys, I was so obsessed with having a disco ball.
There you go.
Right? I was like, I want a disco ball for no other reason, but it's fun, right? I don't need a disco ball, right? It was just something that generated such, like think of the music here. When you guys get to an extravaganza and you're on your feet and the music goes wild, and think of the energy and the excitement that creates in this room, right? So we as distributors in our building called a nutrition club also are expected to create that for the customers coming in so that they want to come back, they're attracted to us.
Exactly. When people come in, I'm sure they do the same thing, right? They come in for lunch, and they say, I love coming here because I feel so good when I leave here, right? Because they're getting hugged, they're getting talks, slaps on the back, how you doing, the music's going. I was in the club the other day, and I got to say, we got a lot of Gen H in the club, okay? And so they've got a little different music than maybe I would choose for the club, right? So the club's rocking and rolling, the music's going, there's all these people in here. I'm thinking, Jake, turn down the music. But I don't say anything, all right? Because I see it's all working. Because there's one lady with her 2 kids on the couch, and they're dancing on the couch, right? Okay, then the people are over here in their chairs, and they're being shown the products, and they're tapping their feet, and they're talking and laughing and smiling. I'm thinking, I love Herbalife, you know? I love Herbalife. Okay, so clubs, let's see, let's go next. Okay, what do we serve in the clubs, Amber?
Right, aloe, herbal concentrate tea, Formula 1, right? It's so simple, right? It's like retail, recruit, retention. It's aloe, Formula 1, and herbal concentrate tea, daily membership.
And we were blowing through so much mango herbal aloe that they brought out what this month? It's incredible.
You guys know what they brought out this month? Here we go! The half gallon of herbal aloe mango concentrate. Which there is a cost savings to that, okay? So in nutrition clubs, at the rate that many of you go through your herbal aloe, if you're using mango herbal aloe concentrate, there is a cost savings for that purchase.
Exactly, more profit. Cool. Okay, talking about club finances. This is a really important thing to think about before you open your club. Okay, sometimes people say, oh, I'm going to open this club and I have all this money pouring in, so it doesn't matter what my rent looks like, doesn't matter what my overhead looks like. That's not accurate, okay? This is a business. And so you have to project out. You have to create momentum in your business, right? We don't open our doors and momentum is created. We have to create momentum in our business, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, how you do that. And that takes time to create that momentum, to create that cash flow so you can pay those bills. And that's why many times people, group together to open clubs so they can do that. Amber, you want to share a little bit more about that?
Yes, when you talk about more distributors in a club, when we talk about why have more distributors in a club, just imagine if a club costs a certain amount of money and you as an individual pay for the expenses alone versus splitting the cost with 2 or 3 or 4 people, what is your percentage of the overall cost if you split it with 2 or 3 or 4 people? Okay, so this is just a general guideline, but one of the philosophies that we have taught is if you could get 2, 3, 4, 5 people in a club, it's easier sometimes for a distributor to get in because it's less upfront cost for them, isn't it? They're interested in growing a check, they're interested in earning income, right? So if we can find a way that they can get into a nutrition club at less expense by partnering with other distributors, we might find that it'd be better or more financially fiscal for them. Not only, that is a little bit more duplicatable. We found in our organization that when we're pitching the language of a certain dollar amount, right, when we first opened our first club, it really was such a reasonable amount of money for the 3 of us to get in our nutrition club. It was so believable when we were doing our Herbalife Opportunity meetings that people that were sitting at the Herbalife Opportunity meeting were like, well, I think I could do that. Right? It was such a reasonable amount of money because we were splitting the cost between 3 distributorships that it was likely that the people in the audience had a belief system that they could also open a nutrition club. Okay, then when you have 3 or 4 or 2, Mary, people open a nutrition club in our organization, that tended to duplicate. Okay, so we had a club with 4 people open. And it was just so interesting as we would do our Herbalife Opportunity meetings, all of a sudden the people that were at the meeting didn't know anything different except for to go open a club with 4 people. Isn't that interesting? Because that's what you did. So they were like, well, if that's what you did, that's what I'll do. So now the clubs that duplicated from the original club duplicated with 3 or 4 or 5 people. And you guys, it is the people that move volume that create royalties. Okay, the people that move volume create royalties. It's not necessarily the number of buildings that you have. Okay, so sometimes you hear the language, well, how many nutrition clubs do you have? I said, well, I'm not sure, but I can tell you how many supervisors I have moving volume, right? I know how many supervisors that I have in nutrition clubs, retailing, recruiting through the building called a nutrition club. You with me? Okay.
Yes, important.
Okay.
And remember too, don't get so anxious that you don't do your due diligence when you're looking for that building. There's a lot of businesses today that have gone out of business that were smoothie shops, that were restaurants, that already have a lot of the things that you may need in your nutrition club. It's sitting there empty, and you can actually walk in. And I've heard many stories of that. It actually happened to me. I was ready to, get a place, build out, and I said, just one more time, I'm going to go around, and if it's meant to be somewhere, send us there, right? So we're driving around, and we pull up to this place. It was amazing. We look in the window. It's lift-off colors, green, orange, yellow walls, right? It's got the black shelving for products. It's got this counter. It's got blenders, Vitamix blenders with the blenders on there. It's got all this equipment in there. And we walk in there, and the landlord goes, yeah, these people, they left in the middle of the night. They left these blenders. I go, really? He goes, yeah, you can have them if you want them. I'm like, oh, yes. Okay. And I said, well, what about these refrigerators and things? Oh, yeah, you can. That's all part of the lease. You can keep all that, too. I won't have to move it out then. It was like, wow, okay? All that money we didn't have to spend. So if you can find that in your area, great. And if not, you put it together. But just do your due diligence and really look.
And even, Mary, if you can't, you just know that you do have some negotiating power.
Exactly.
I was taught everything is negotiable.
Exactly.
Okay, especially right now with the state of the nation and how many empty office buildings there are. Whatever they tell you isn't necessarily what they're going to go for. Just, you never know, throw it out there, okay? Because everything is negotiable, whether it's cost per square foot, the length of the lease. Just feel like you're in the driver's seat and you could negotiate, throw something out there and just see what they take, especially right now in the marketplace.
Absolutely.